So when conducting your hashtag research, there's a few metrics that are very, very important. And that's what makes Flick so valuable, is it compiles all this information and provides it to you in real time and updates it regularly so that you can best stay on top of what is the best opportunity for you and your account to reach more people. So to break down these different metrics and what they all mean, we're gonna dive back into my computer and back into Flick so I can walk you through all of them and explain how they pertain to you and your strategy. Let's hop back in. All right, so we're back in my screen. We're back into Flick here. When we want to start looking for tags, it's very simple. There's just a search bar in the top left there. And we're gonna do this again for the example of Best Days account. So we know that our primary niche is travel. So you would just simply type travel into there, hit enter, and Flick will do its magic and populate some tags. So right here, and you can toggle between table view, grouped view, or graph view, whatever's you're feeling. I typically opt for table view just because I like to have all the numbers right out in front of me. I just find that it makes the process substantially easier. So here are the metrics that we were talking about. So obviously hashtag travel is a very, very popular hashtag. Think of how many people are potentially using that every single day. The awesome part is Flick shows you. So the competition score with the bar being full, it's very high, obviously. The potential reach is fairly high. And then these are some other numbers for you as well. DAPC stands for daily average post count, and it's the average number of posts made daily using this hashtag. So as you can see right here, 204.6 thousand posts per day using travel. That is incredibly competitive just simply from the volume perspective. The next very important metric is average likes, and this is 278, and as the name would suggest, that is the average amount of likes. But what's important to note is, like we said earlier, you get the most out of hashtags from ranking in them. So Flick automatically compiles the data from posts that are ranking in the top 9. So when you see this here, this average likes, the 278 is of those posts that are ranking in that hashtag over the past little bit. So this is a very important number to note, because it's going to dictate whether you want to use it or maybe you want to stay away from it. The next metric is posts made, and this is just more of a historic number of how many posts have been included into this tag historically. So as you can see, 487.3 million posts. That's a lot of posts. And then the last metric that you definitely want to keep in mind is average comments. And again, this relates to the top 9 ranking posts in the hashtag, and it'll tell you a number here that's the average number of comments that the ranking posts receive within that tag. So all these metrics are very important to consider and keep in mind when compiling your tags and strategy, because this is going to be super specific to your account and the level of engagement and reach that you currently experience. So this is going to dictate how you can best maximize and best take advantage of opportunities that are out there within your niche and sub niches specific to your account. That's where the magic of hashtags is that everybody has an opportunity. You just want to make sure that you're playing in a game that you can win. And that's how Flick can help you play in those arenas. So to break this down even further, all of these metrics are going to help you determine the level of competition on each tags and the likelihood that you rank in them and get the exposure that comes from that. So a rule of thumb that is typically the case, but not always, is if your content receives more engagement than the average ranking posts on a tag, you have a better chance to rank on those tags. The important thing to note is that relevancy is also super critical to ranking. So just because you experience more likes, if your content isn't related and relevant to that tag and the interests of people seeking out that tag, you're not likely to rank and you won't get the benefit of it, of that targeted nature of exposure that we've mentioned so many times throughout the course. And media count is another tool that you can use to gauge the level of competition. Obviously, this is a little less accurate than say the average likes, but this does provide a good framework to structure and view levels of competition. For example, tags that have less than 50,000 posts in them are likely less competitive than those who have millions. So it allows you to structure your strategy and come with the best approach possible. So that's a breakdown of the metrics associated with hashtags and ranking in hashtags, and how Flick puts that together for you in an easy to consume manner to best formulate your strategy and which tags you use. So after watching this video, if you have a solid understanding, move on to the next video. If not, I'd recommend rewatching this video and taking notes to understand what each metric means and how you can best leverage that information. I'll see you in the next video.